Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. This is a test that took place in Shrewsbury the other week, and it's a 11-11 test. Odd times, some other times. So we're leaving the test centre. It's a nice day, as you can see. It's a bit cloudy, but it's not really freezing cold. The winds aren't that bad at all, and the visibility is quite good. So we're leaving the test centre. Now when you come to the end of this road here, when you're emerging from it, do be careful, make sure that you do look properly to the left. Where the snag is there is that traffic from that building can come out, and if you're not careful it can catch you out. This test didn't end all that well, unfortunately. This was a fail. And some of the people have been asking me, well, what is a fail? Well, a fail is anything that's unsafe. And as you watch through the video and as you see through the drive, you'll see that there's some good driving on here, and it'll be hard for you to spot the fail, but when it comes up I will point it out to you. Now here it's getting a little bit congested. Now he spotted the van, so he's going through, so he's giving way, but the problem is there's people at the back, so he's got to come out. So he's going through, and all the people at the back of him are just following him through. So that's why that van had to let him out, because there was too many cars at the back of him. That was the problem. So we're driving along. I got good control there actually over the clutch and the steering there. That was good. Now this junction here, make sure you are looking right, left, right, left, right, left, making sure that you do have a good look. Where your problem is here is when you're turning left, because of all the cars that are parked up and the vans that are there, if you're just looking to the right and you just go out and anything's coming from your left, it'll be overtaking them. So as you emerge, it'll be a head-on smash. Don't be too much of a hurry with these junctions. Take your time and make sure that you're looking both ways before you emerge. A lot of people always say to me, but what about undue hesitation? Undue hesitation is when you're waiting unnecessarily when the road is clear. Don't try and rush it. There's no point. The roads now are very congested, so what you need to do is to make sure that you do have a good look both ways. You really need to. Like on this particular junction that we've just emerged from there, the visibility on that one is quite good. So just slowing down, looking both ways, nothing there. So out they go, and they've done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that at all. So we're coming down this road here. They're doing all right. The speed's up. They're doing well. Always remember mirrors, signal manoeuvre. That's one of the basics that they're looking for. Is always keep your eye on that. For example, now we're coming up and we're going to be, are we turning off here? Let's have a look. Yeah, we're turning right, I would have thought. But always remember the mirrors first and then your signal. Now, mirrors ideally should be checked in pairs. So it's your interior mirror and then your right hand door mirror. Now before you make your right turn like we've just done there, check your right hand door mirror again. What you're looking for is motorcyclists. And of course now you've got these e-scooters about, and they move on quite quickly as well, they do. This is that chicane. So again, mirrors, most important, keep your eye on it, and away we go. The driver of this, the candidate here, he's quite a good driver, and it only takes that one moment's lapse of judgment to actually come out with an unsuccessful result. They knew what they'd done straight away. They did understand it. As you're looking at the video, it'll be hard for you to spot, but as I say, I will point it out to you. This is the double roundabout. So again, mirrors, making sure that you're paying attention to the mirrors. Give a signal in good time, the direction that you go in. And round you go. So that's great, there's plenty of good positive steering now. And away they go. And then mirrors again before you accelerate away. Mirrors again before you're overtaking anything. That's one of the important things. is making sure that you're paying attention to them. There's the stationary vehicle, so you need to be able to have a look, try and see past it anyway. That's what you need to do. During your driving test, you'll be asked to stop on the left hand side quite a few times. As always, the examiner will say to you is, would you pull up and stop in a safe and convenient place? No, they'll leave it up to you. You pull up wherever you want, but it's got to be safe, and it's got to be safe and convenient. Always remember, mirrors first, you signal, and then you find that safe and suitable place. Now, when you have stopped, make sure that you do cancel that signal. Make sure that you do. A lot of people, what they tend to do is they stop, the handbrake goes on, but they don't cancel the signal, so the indicator is clicking away there quite merrily to itself. The examiner won't tell you to knock it off. That's your job. So what you've got to do is make sure that it is off. So making sure that's off, and then move away when it's safe to do so. The thing is, here we were on that estate. There's plenty of twists and turns here, and there's plenty of intricate pieces of driving. Like here now, it's quite narrow. As you can see, the candidate is going through there. You know, it's good control. This is it really is. The thing to be aware of in an area like this: car doors opening, cars pulling away, people coming out of these driveways and walkways. You have to be careful of it. Think about what's coming the other way. Think about what's coming towards you. That's what you've got to always try and think of. Try and think ahead of, rather than just simply arriving there. Or if there's a stationary car, rather than just overtaking it, try and think to yourself, what's coming the other way? So that then it's not a surprise and you can deal with it in the correct way. So there we are, we've just overtaken all of that lot. So it's just a matter of, as I said to you before, mirrors before you come back in again, especially your left-hand door mirror. Get a bit tight there, but it is a narrow road, and that was the van coming at you. So again, we're pulling up and stopping. You'll get stopped on the left-hand side probably 5 or 6 times actually during a driving test. As all the examiner will say is pull up, stop on the left-hand side in a safe, suitable place. So they stopped on a bit of a hill here. And then, of course, move off whenever you're ready. So it's just a matter of getting control over the clutch. Put a bit of accelerator on. Make sure you're well versed with that. Handbrake down. Remember that, all important. Check over your right shoulder before you move away to check your blind spot. Most important. Again, good control up to the end there. Have a look both ways and away. Ahead of you can see the postman there, so you've always got to think about, is anyone going to step from behind or in front of the van? Is the doors going to open? Same with this car here. Is the doors going to open? You can never tell. You can see all the bins that are out, so that would indicate that probably the refuse lorry is about somewhere, so don't be surprised if you meet that. So we've pulled up here on the right hand side. Now this is one of the exercises that the examiner may ask you to do, and that is to pull up and stop on the right hand side and then reverse back for about 2 car lengths, keeping reasonably close to the curb. So you just go back for a couple of car lengths, that's all you're doing. If anything's coming, simply just stop. When it's clear, then you can move again. Make sure that you are paying attention to what's happening around you. You've always got to get the car straight to begin with before you start this exercise. Have a go and make sure that when you pull up on the right hand side that you are straight in the beginning. You're not twisted, so that when you back up your car's not going to go out into the middle of the road. So that's the thing to do. Now before you move away, make sure you do check over your left shoulder before you move away. And away we go. So again, I'm going to be turning off. Where are we going? Oh, I'm turning right. So nicely up to the end there. Nice control, and away we go. Have a look at the two signs as you approach the junction there, the 40 mph speed limit. And we're coming up to the end of the road. Now this road does tend to get a bit on the busy side. There's no two ways about this. This one does. But don't try and rush. Don't be fooled into thinking that you've got to take chances. What you've got to do is make sure that the road is clear before you emerge, and then you can go. But don't try and beat anybody. You don't want to be doing that. If you've got to wait, I'm afraid you've got to wait. A lot of people, as I've said to you before, that they're afraid of this waiting too long at junctions. Waiting too long at a junction when you should is not a problem. It's when you're waiting at a junction when it is clear. If it's not clear, you can't go. Now, I did say to you that I'd point out to you where the fail is, and I'm afraid it's here. You can't see it, but we're accelerating away there nicely. The speed limit here is 40. And we're starting to put our foot down a bit, and we're going for it. We're doing 45, 46 miles an hour now in a 40 mph speed limit. Unfortunately, that's your fail. You wouldn't believe it, would you? Looking at this, you'd think it's all right. But the signs are there. There's repeater signs there as well. Now, the examiner will have to intervene if you're exceeding the speed limit a bit too much. They will ask you, in the interest of road safety, to slow the car down. That's what they will do. The other error is just coming up now, because you'll see where we're just starting to sneeze over there like that, because what the examiner said is, would you turn right at the roundabout? That's following the it's all through. Yes, it says it's all through routes. So what they've done, as they've approached it, that road that's on the right, they've started to go into it, which caused that bit of a twitch. Where the problem is with that is that the vehicle at the back, and it's always the car at the back that's the problem, I'm afraid, will be following you too closely. So as you indicate and as you start to move over, they'll start to undertake. They'll have a shock of their lives when you come back again. So you have to be careful of that. That did go down, actually, unfortunately. But the thing is, now you've got a national speed limit on this. It's not a problem now, and now you can keep your speed up. And we're going along there quite nicely. The wipers just come on. So what's happened there is the examiner said to them, could you show me please how you would clean your front screen? So that's where you saw the jets of water come up onto the screen and the wipers activate. So that was one of the show me questions as you're driving along. So that was the one that they got on this particular test. So again, we're going down that bypass, but well, the link road, isn't it? I think the Battlefield link road. So we're going down there. Again, making good progress, good position on the road as well. There's nothing wrong with that. That's great. It's a great drive. It's just unfortunate that at that one moment in time, in the 40 mph speed limit, they did exceed the speed limit. So unfortunately, that does become the fail. You can do as good as you want now, but it makes no difference, I'm afraid. Where are we going here? Turning right, probably. Always again, mirrors, your signal. Making sure that you're clear. And if you're clear, continue. The candidate there, well, it was clear. Out they go, there's no problem with that. Left-hand door mirror check before you exit. So we're going down, the A49? Now let's say, for example, when you checked the left-hand door mirror, that there was something by the side of you. Let's say, for example, that there was. You've got two options. You can either crash into them, or you can go around the roundabout again. Now, the best one, of course, obviously, you just go around the roundabout again. Don't try and prove a point. Don't try and say, well, they shouldn't have been doing it. We know that you shouldn't have been doing it, but the point is, they have. There's no point being in the right and dead. There's no point being in the right and having an accident. There's no point. What you're better off doing, going around the roundabout and coming back on yourself again. It saves a lot of hassle, saves a lot of paperwork, it saves an awful lot. So if that happens to you, just go around the roundabout again. This, however, only works if you are turning right, because you're in the correct position in which to do it. They've got a nice distance here from the vehicle in front. They're not stuck right into the back end of it, which is good. Today, well, you should probably notice when you're on your driving lessons, where people are right at the back of you and they're almost trying to push you along and try to intimidate you. It's totally wrong in my opinion. Just keep back, that's all you've got to do. It's safer, you can see what's going on. So we're coming up to the roundabout here. I don't know where we're going now. Where are we off here? Are we left or are we right? By the look of it, we're turning right, judging by the position anyway. I always think that roundabout is a bit dodgy, simply because the visibility is not all that good. You can't see the traffic that's coming at you. You can't see on the other side of the roundabout. You can't see it. That's one of the issues there that I've always found. It's much better if you can see what's happening. Again, straight ahead here. When you're on your driving test, the examiner will, if they can, they'll just engage in what we call small talk. As you're driving along, they'll say something like, so what would you be doing right now if you weren't here? So you can just tell them that, maybe you'd be working in a field, maybe you're up a ladder somewhere, or maybe, you're stacking shelves somewhere. They're just trying to break the silence. If you don't understand anything on a driving test, don't be afraid of asking the examiner. Don't be scared of it. I think a lot of people are always worried about asking them something. No, they're there to help you. They're not there to do it. It's always their job is can you drive safely? And that is it, and to the law of the road. The traffic's not too bad here anyway. Well, it's not raining for them anyway. But this video is taken off a real driving test, as I've said. It's like all my videos anyway. And you can actually see it from the candidate's perspective, exactly what is going on, or what they'll ask you to do, or where you'll go, or what'll happen, is right here, right in front of your very eyes now. And this is taken off a real driving test. Oh yeah, coming down to the roundabout down at the bottom here. So we're either going to the town centre or we're turning right. We're doing one or the other. Let's have a look, see where we're going. Oh, good positioning. That was a good one. So we're going up the 5112, going straight ahead again. Notice there how, you know, the candidate kept over to those road markings there. They did that really well as well. Really well. When you're coming up to this one, use the right hand lane. The left hand lane there is turn left only, I'm afraid. But that'll go on to the supermarket. That's it, nicely rolled up to the end there. That's great. A little bit of wasted road space there, but it's not that bad. Anyway, the lights have changed and away we go. Oh, there's the bin lorry. I knew he'd be about somewhere. So there's the traffic building up ahead. So before you're slowing down, remember mirrors, be aware of that. And then mirrors again before you speed back up. And remember, don't forget, you know, the importance of checking that left-hand door mirror as well, because of those e-bikes that can come up the side of you. Oh, there's the other bin lorry. All right. Oh, right, you're turning right here. I thought we were going straight up towards the test centre, but we're just going to do a few more, maybe. Yeah, probably not. No, it's not over yet. Oh, there's your mini roundabout. That's it. Give way to the right. That's well done. Yep, the other one. They're not going around that roundabout very well, are they? I mean, when you look at this video, when you look at it, you think to yourself, well, that was a good drive, really, because what have they done there? They're not pulled out in front of anything. They've not run any red lights. You know, they've not banged up onto the pavement. They've not done anything like that. When you look at it, it looks a nice drive, doesn't it? It looks as if that's great, which it is. As I said, the only thing wrong with this, of course, was the breaking of the speed limit was just enough just to fail you. It's a shame, really, but it just shows you that one lapse of concentration. And I think that what tends to happen is on a driving test as well is that people have this, when they're on the test, they have this eyes glazed over hypnotic stare, where they're looking into space for some reason. So all you got to do is just think about the fact that you're only simply driving the car. That's all you're doing. You're simply driving the car, and you've just got to be aware of that. That's all. There's good control here over the clutch. Notice how we're just inching it forwards, just inching it there. Not gone too far forwards. Oh, he's pushing it forwards a little bit more. Probably anticipating the lights changing, no doubt. Oh yes, and it's worked. Okay, just a quick look around you. Watch that door mirror as well. So there you have it. The test is nearly over. I've got up to this roundabout here now. So the test centre it's not far away now, so I would imagine they'll be turning left at this roundabout back towards the test centre. So again, good speed on the approach. Make sure you're in the correct gear. If you're clear, away you go. Mirrors again. You're back into the national speed limit, and away you go. Nice, good, clear road that. Mind you, I did notice when I was down it the other day, there was a pothole or two down there. But just by this roundabout here, there's some potholes when we're turning left, because we'll probably be turning left now anyway. Oh no, we're going straight on. As you can see, the road markings here are designated left turn only, so we're definitely turning left now. Check over to the right, make sure you're clear, and off you go. Sit past the Audi garage. Another roundabout here to deal with. That's good positioning on the roundabout, keeping into the left hand side, following the profile of the roundabout round where the candidate here is actually staying in lane, and that's good. That's good driving, being able to position the car exactly as you want it. Oh, there we are. There's another stop on the left hand side again, and then whenever you're ready, move off again. There you go. move off whenever you're ready. Then mirrors, look over your right shoulder, check that blind spot, and then away you go. And then the test centre's just up here now. So we're just turning left. And then turning into the test centre. Oh, there's somebody just there. So just manoeuvre it in. But anyway, that's it. That's the end of the driving test, and thank you very much for watching. And as you can see, that's how long a driving test lasts. That's what happens on the driving test, and hopefully that's given you some idea and it's helped you in some way. So the examiner now will just ask you just to park up in a safe and convenient place, just in a bay somewhere. I just got to make sure that the other vehicles that are there finished and doing what they've got to do, and then you can park up. But anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and tune in again and have a look at some more videos that I'll put up. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.